Okay, hi, this is Brennan. Um, look, I do like some poetry and writing and stuff like that, right? I try to smile, come on, come on, you know. Um, but here's the thing, I'm trying to write about, put this camera down, the future, okay? I'm trying to, well, it's like I'm seeing, basically, people's feelings, it's kind of like the storyline in E.T., the movie E.T., where this kid sort of adopts this new world among the redwood trees, the reality, and then sees, understands what the problem is. But it's very complex, so you have to um, pick apart little pieces. So that's what I'm trying to do. Put on some shades there. Comfortable, yes. Is develop a series of policies and products that are fundamentally what people need, not what they want. Because you want, and something is just a big pile there, and it's not what you need. And so I'm doing this fundamentally sort of scientific, um, philosophic scope. It's very complex. It's not complicated. So you know, light. Something's on the camera here. Anyways, I was a couple of days ago. I did a video, and I was kind of doing this type of thing, not quite exactly, but I got to about 22 minutes, and then suddenly it said 0 minutes, and I just kind of like lose my mind when stuff like that happens. And I don't lose my mind; I lose faith. Okay, so I just kind of like something like, oh, geez, it's not working. Great. Why did I even bother? So this this whole series basically the unified social theory and the sort of the poetic sort of you know thrust, I guess. I don't know. um, it's all seeing. So basically, I'm like it's like I'm trying to see the future with these paradigms of things that are needed but not wanted. So normalcy, normativity. This is America's big conspiracy that we have to solve, or it's not going to be. Christopher, you don't understand. Okay. Why don't you understand? Okay. So I spent like a long time working on this, and I'm just living off basically what my parents give me. But that was by no means the objective. The objective, funny enough, this thing is, oh, okay, 3 minutes. The objective for just about everyone is to get a life, and that didn't happen in California. Okay, it fancy clothes, serious smile, pride and all that and stuff like that did not work. Okay, it's like it would be better off if I were gay, and that's not an option. Okay, that's like the right wing option. Okay, that's the same sort of evil, twisted sort of reality that has to be solved. And so, seeing that and trying to explain it, and everyone's like, yeah, whatever. California, it's you see the writing on the wall, you see the conspiracies, the history, how manifest destiny, and yet the the controversy of culture and norms and stuff like that. I mean, quite it's quite complex, but there are gold nuggets there to pull out, and that's what I'm trying to do. And just make the world a better place. And I'm not even sure if this camera's working because I checked on my YouTube and all I could find is stuff from 6 months ago. So I'm probably talking to myself here. It's amazing, I know. I've been doing it all my life, though. So it's like, if no one believes you, you better do the math. And that's kind of like that's out there, but going towards the future, saying what is, and what should be, and that's how you can quantify perfection with space for atmosphere. Okay, so not, and if it's the correct atmosphere, it doesn't matter what you might be thinking, like thinking, oh, I'll put some devils in there or something like that. No, if it's the correct space, like what a sacred sort of architecture with simple functionality, anyways, so if I'm walking down the street, I guess I've got like some pain in my neck. If I say that to a girl, they'll be like, "Oh, go on, get out of here." But it's mainly if I'm watching too much television or if I'm using my eyes too much. If there's a large screen, giants were walking around me, I'd be like, "Oh, okay, fine. Maybe I just close my eyes, but it hurts." So I'm basically seeing like, all the sort of little parts of conspiracy, like little bits of little fractions of the pollution of the world that are highly undesirable and yet not prevented because there's this imbalance. And it's very complex to say that all pollution and all imbalance are connected. And that's not, that's like the stay within range here. 7 minutes. Okay, so but pretend, if you had like what's the 3D fractal. It's this giant clockwork. It's not giant. It's inner space macro reality. It's basically like a compass, if you will. Say, okay, this goes that way, that goes this way, and when you have like everything's moving in the right direction, then you have harmony. Without those proper functions, you don't have harmony, and that's harm. That's causing harm, and you're paying money for it without harmony. Okay, so I know there's something there. It's hard to say. Let me not put the camera here because time for a drill sergeant. Got shin splints in the back of my knee. Guitar, that's what it is. Guitar. So, thank you. And that didn't work today. So, here's the deal. Sign me up, and I will find the center of reality. Oh, I'm taking a nap. Some breakfast. That's what I'm gonna have. Some breakfast right now. Okay, and so anyways, thank you.